I'm out on my walk today and somebody has decorated our bridge with these really pretty fall decorations. Aren't those pretty? And also I spy in the distance there. Looks like the Canada geese are back. You can see them way in the distance. Hey Stitchers, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christine and welcome if you're new. I noticed I had quite a few more subscribers since my last vlog, and I think it might have had something to do with my Mill Hill Parade, my finish parade that I uploaded. That seemed to have been very well received and got a lot of views. So everybody likes a good finish parade, I guess. We are getting this vlog started a little bit late this month. I usually like to start at the beginning of the month. And if you're new to my channel, I usually do a vlog style where I start at the beginning of the month and sort of walk you through the stitching that I get done. And so I like to start at the beginning to show you where my projects are starting and then where they end at the end of the month. But I'm getting a little bit of a late start because today is already November 13th. So I've already done quite a bit of stitching. So I'm just going to kind of pick up where I left off and show you where I am. So I started this project in October, this Dimensions kit, and it is called Black Moon Cat. And I believe, when did I start this? I think I started this close to the beginning of October, and I was trying to get it done by Halloween, but that didn't happen. And you can go watch that vlog if you want to know more details about that. But I did say I was going to continue working on it through November, and I have been sort of chipping away at it. So this is my progress right here. Got a big string hanging. Let me get that out of the way. So I've just been kind of chipping away at the black where you can see down at the bottom. It actually shows up really well and under this light next to the window here. So you can see that I have outlined all the part that's going to be black, and then I've just been kind of working away at the moon too. So I have a little bit of one color left to do over on this side, and then there's just one strand of half cross stitches to kind of go around the outside edge of the moon, and then there's some French knots that need to be done and some back stitching. So not a lot left to do, but I'm chipping away at this black, and because I can't really work on it for too long, it's really slow going stitching black on black unless I have really good lighting, but I'm usually working on it in the evening. So this is the project that I have been working on. And where did I leave off? Probably, I would say that I had maybe half the cat stitched and just the moon, and I think maybe some of the outline of the moon done at the end. So I haven't really done a whole lot so far this month because I've been working on some other projects, and we'll get to those and I'll show you what else I've been working on. So also on, if you were to watch last month's vlog, on Friday the 13th, I had 3 new starts. I have not worked on 2 of the 3 at all this month, so I'm not even going to show those because if you watch October's vlog, you'll see where I ended up with those, and I haven't done any more. One of them was another Mill Hill kit, but this Mill Hill kit I decided I wanted to keep working on this month, and I had probably at the end of October just a little bit of this corner and kind of started the second color. So I'm happy to report that I did get quite a bit done on this one. I've been working away at it in the evenings, and I love working on it. It's very, quite a bit of the same color to do, so it's real easy to do while I'm watching TV. I don't have to concentrate too much on it. So these are the branches down at the bottom. Put it side by side. You can see this area right there, and then I've reached the owl, and I've done just a little part of one of the owl, the part of the chest on the owl. And then I got the couple of the bats, 3 of the bats stitched up there. So there's a lot of fill-in with this project. There's a lot of this second color here, but you kind of have to pay attention to it because everywhere that you see a bead, you have to sort of skip that stitch when you're stitching. So it's not completely something you can do without paying attention, because you do need to kind of see where those beads go. And I mean, yeah, if they get in the wrong place, it's not that big of a deal, but this has been a very relaxing stitch and I've been really enjoying it. So that's the other thing I've been doing so far for the first part of November. And then I had mentioned also in last month's vlog that I was going to pull out my Dimensions Wreath of All Seasons because I started this at the beginning of the year. It was my New Year, New Start, and I had gotten half of it done, and then I was going to pick up this fall area to do in the fall. And more specifically, I was going to work on it in November. So I have not really wanted to pick up this project recently, but I knew that when I did, I would probably enjoy it, and that is exactly what happened. So about a week ago, I think last weekend, I went ahead and picked it up to start doing some stitches in it. So I really had ended right here and hadn't stitched any of this half. Okay, so this is the area I started to work on right here. And this is what I've gotten done on that so far, is the sunflower up here. And a little bit of this, I carried over just some extra, you know, the colors that were left over here, I sort of carried out into this area here, but I've been focusing on the sunflower there. And I have one more color to fill in, one more color of yellow, and then I'll do some surrounding stitches and then start to back stitch that. So I'm back stitching as I go. And yes, as I thought and knew I would when I picked it up, I started to really enjoy it again. And so this is also going to be my focus piece for this month too. So I've kind of got all three focus pieces. I'm definitely going to try to get Black Moon Cat done, so that's my top priority. And then I think what I'll do is in the evenings when I don't have to concentrate as much, I'll work on this, and then maybe on the weekends, or you know, when I have time to pay attention more to my counting, then I can work on this. So all three of them will be a little bit slow going. And then in addition to that, some new starts that I have planned. I don't know if I'll get them started this month, but they're in the works though. I'm going to start them soon. Well, this one for sure, I think I'm going to start probably around Thanksgiving. This might be my new start, because if I put it at the beginning of the video, you'll see that I got some footage of the Canada geese that have arrived in Colorado, and because of that, I thought I would commemorate their arrival with this cute little Mill Hill kit called, and this is new for this year, it's called Canada Goose. And it's adorable, and I don't know if you have noticed, but the cross-stitched goose seems to be making a comeback of late, so there's starting to be a lot of the Canada Goose showing up in cross-stitch again, which I love. And I think this one is adorable with his little scarf, and what is that? He's got a little gift, a little Christmas gift in his hand. So adorable. This is definitely getting stitched this month in November. And the other two that I want to work on probably won't get started on them this month, but they're definitely going to be some December focuses, is another one of the Mill Hill Santas that I was going to stitch this one last year and I never got around to it, so I would like to get him stitched this year. And then another sort of Christmassy festive Mill Hill that I want to start is this one. Hopefully that's not glaring too much there, because yeah, I've wanted to stitch this one for quite some time and I just never do. And let's maybe this December will be the December that I not only start it but also get it finished, because it's very festive and I think it's just going to look really cute stitched up. It has a lot of beads and a lot of nice colors in it. So we'll see. But like I said, that's December's plans, and I just kind of was already thinking ahead with that. So that's where I am on November 13th. So I'll check in about a week and let you see my progress. I don't think there's anything else or any other plans that I have to start or to work on. So that should probably be it. But it starts to get a busy time of year with the holidays and stuff. So we'll see how much I get done. But I will check in with you in about a week and show you my progress. All right, bye for now. Good afternoon, Stitchers. Pusheen and I are here Gotta be careful not to spill my coffee, but Pusheen and I are here with an end of the month update. Yes, it's already the end of the month. It's November 30th. I don't know when I last recorded a vlog clip, but I feel like I haven't done much vlogging this month. Oh, that just seems to happen. I get kind of weird this time of year. I start to get a bit overwhelmed and want to take a little bit more chill approach to my crafting. More specifically, vlogging about my crafting, posting about my crafting, and all of that. So, not to fear, it's just a phase I go through and it usually passes. But I have since taken myself off of Instagram for a bit, so I'm taking a bit of a, not permanently, just an Instagram hiatus, so to speak. And I find that that usually helps if I just kind of step back and kind of chill a little bit, craft on what I want to craft on, and not worry about documenting every bit of it, although I still do worry about it. I always feel like I need to document every bit of every craft I do. And yeah, I'm going to try to keep this a little bit not long-winded at the end here because I'm sitting in my kitchen, and at the moment my husband is in a meeting upstairs and both my boys are away at school doing their finals, finishing up their semester. So I have some stuff to show you. So let me just take a sip of my coffee off the camera here and we will get started. Okay, so I was trying to figure out, should I start with WIPs or should I start with finishes? You know what, let's start with finishes. Okay, as you know, I have been working on this Dimensions kit, Black Moon Cat. I started it at the beginning of October, was hoping to get it done by the end of October so that I could display it for Halloween. This was a kit that my husband saw online and he really liked it and asked if I could stitch it. So I thought, oh yeah, sure, no problem, I'll get that done. And then October ended up being a crazy month. I probably talked about that already. I don't really know what I've put in this video already. So if I am being a little redundant, I apologize. So I worked hard. I made this my priority to get it done this month, and I even put it in a frame just temporarily to show you what it's going to look like in all of its beauty. So it's not permanently framed. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take it out. There's a little bit of a ripple where it needs to be ironed. So I didn't wash or iron it or anything. I just kind of wanted to stick it in this frame to decide how I want to end up framing it because it's not going to be framed until next year anyway. I'm probably going to put this out around Halloween and fall. But I know that I always talk about this and I feel like people have maybe even given me some recommendations on this, but when you stitch these Dimensions kits, or the ones that they say their finished size is 5x7, well, all 5x7 frames that I've been able to find end up having sort of like a 1/4 inch lip all the way around, that when you put it in the frame, it sort of takes away about 1/4 inch on all sides from your stitching. So it actually makes this finished project a little bit smaller. It actually covers up some of the stitching. So I realized I could frame it without. There's many ways to frame it, doing a, what do you call what's it called? Flat fold. That's the word I'm looking for. The flat fold, or, various different ways of framing it that way. So I'm going to think about that. I have another year to think about it, but for now, I did want to show you the finished project and how it looks in this temporary frame. Black Moon Cat, yes. So that is one finish done. And, okay, brace yourself for the cuteness that I am about to unleash on you with this next finish. May I present to you Canada Goose, all decked out in his winter garb, hat and scarf, carrying a present all ready for Christmas. This Canada Goose is not going to end up on anybody's Christmas table as dinner, looking this cute. But is that just adorable? I started this a couple days before Thanksgiving, and I worked on it just kind of over my Thanksgiving break and got him all finished up. I did not put any felt on the back yet, but he is, all the stitching is done, and I just think he turned out so cute. This is a new one, new 2023 Mill Hill kit, new for this year. It was part of their winter series. So I'm just going to set him right there, and you can just kind of, let's see, how would that go, like that? Let's see, how are you viewing this? I don't know. I can't remember if I'm upside down or right side up. I think that's I think that's going to be right side up for you. Okay, we'll put him there. Okay, so those are the two finishes I got. As far as WIPs, well, the one that I felt like working on the most was this one that I also started on Friday the 13th in October. And I have just really been enjoying working on this and didn't want to put it away yet. And I have to say, I did get quite a bit done on this one. So that one is called Midnight Owl. And I have, let me lay it down here so you can see it without my hand in the back. But I have worked a lot on the background just because that's a bit redundant. And I'm saving the owl for last. So I just have a lot of this color right here to fill in. And then down on this corner, down at the bottom, I have, oops, I lost my magnet there. Just a little bit more, I think maybe one or two more leaves down there and a little bit of branches, but it's mostly this turquoise color that I'm going to be filling in, and then I get to start in with the owl. And I don't know what I'll do, if I'll continue working on this in December. I'm not sure, because there is the one I showed you earlier in the video, the peppermint and cocoa Mill Hill kit that I did maybe want to work on in December, but I don't know. I have yet to finalize any December plans yet, which is kind of sad because tomorrow's December 1st, but that's kind of what I was talking about. I'm just kind of taking a chill approach, and each day I'm just going to stitch and work on whatever I want. I'm kind of, well, I'll talk a little bit more about plans here in a minute. But let me just show you my last work in progress. I do believe in that last clip I told you I was going to be working on this. I was going to continue on working in the fall section of this Dimensions Gold kit called Wreath of All Seasons. And I knew that once I picked it up, I'd probably find my mojo with it again, because I didn't really feel like working on it when I picked it up. But this project usually grabs me once I find my groove in it, and I really start to enjoy it. So I did get quite a bit done on that. And I shall show you. Okay, so here we are with that. I do believe that I just showed you at the beginning, when none of this had been done, I was just going to start in with the sunflower and move on over. And I was just stitching away. I hadn't done any of the back stitching, and I was starting to get a little bit thinking I was going to get myself in a jam by getting too much stitching done and having a lot of back stitching to go back and do. But so last night I backstitched all of this area. It only took me maybe a couple of hours to do. The backstitching on this, let me move my coffee before I end up coffee dyeing my project unintentionally. The backstitching on this project really does go well. I mean, it does go pretty smoothly. I'm not a huge fan of backstitching, but I don't hate it either. It just depends how difficult it is. I would say that I had a more difficult time backstitching Black Moon Cat, because the black was hard. But on this, it's very defined what you're outlining, and you're usually using a darker backstitch than what you're backstitching. So it's really easy to see kind of where you've been and where you're going. And so I like that, and it goes really smoothly. So yeah, I was kind of happy to have gotten all the backstitching done before the end of the month. So this is where this is ending. As of November 30th, I'm going to definitely finish doing this little leaf over here and the little of the surrounding stitches so that I can backstitch that leaf. And then I don't know where I'm going to go. Let me just show you. I'm not going to take it out of the hoop, but just in case I didn't show you that at the beginning, this is what I've gotten done on it already. So I was starting, I do believe I showed you that, but you can kind of see how it's kind of continuing around with that. And then originally I was going to put it away in the fall. I was going to get it out in the fall, and in November I was going to work on the fall section, and then December do the last winter section. But I didn't, since this wasn't my only project in November, I ended up not getting as much done as I wanted to. And that's where the struggle is is with me right now going on into December, talking about my plans, because the dilemma is that I feel like working on this still, but because it's fall colors, I'm really wanting to work on more of a winter design now too. So I'm struggling if I should continue on with the fall because I'm enjoying it, or put this away and just work on some Christmas or more sort of winter themed kits or projects. So yeah, I'm struggling with that. I have a few little smaller Mill Hill sort of Christmas theme related Mill Hill kits that I could do. And then I think for next year, I definitely have mentioned it in the past, but I've finalized it now that I'm definitely 100%, okay, no, I never say 100%, 90% sure that I'm going to focus on my works in progress next year. Now, that's not gonna be, it's the only thing I'm gonna do. I'm just going to make more specifically my Dimensions works in progress my priority. I really want to get some of my older Dimensions kits finished up because, well, you now have seen, since I've uploaded this video, I uploaded my Dimensions video, and I have, like, what is it, over 90, I think that it was, 90 kits, and I really want to start them. I have to really resist the urge right now to start a whole bunch of Dimensions kits, especially when I see a bunch of people wanting to start new ones, or they are starting a lot, or they have big plans for starting a bunch of new ones in the beginning of the year. I am so tempted. I literally every day have to tell myself, nope, don't think about that, because admittedly, I really want to work on my WIPs because it's been so long since I've worked on some of them that they do feel like new projects now. So definitely going to do that. The question is, do I start working on one of them in December, or do I squeeze in one last maybe new start for December? I'm really torn, as you can tell. And another reason too is because I have a whole bunch of Christmas felt projects I want to work on too. And I mean, I was going to make my husband a stocking. I was going to make me a stocking. I got some new ornaments to do. I just want to do so many things right now, and I just don't know. So I'm not really going to say specifically what I'm going to do. I'm just going to have to tell you that you're going to have to wait till the end of December and see what I ended up working on. And yeah, that's about that. So speaking of Dimensions, let me put this off to the side. Okay, so the Dimensions kit parade that I uploaded about maybe, yeah, just right before Thanksgiving. So I'll link that below just in case you have not seen that yet, or if you're, well, I think I've already mentioned it in this video. I keep forgetting that, yes, this isn't the first time I've talked in this video. That's what happens when I wait a long time in between vlog clips, is I forget what I've talked about. In that video, I had made a mention of a kit that I couldn't find that I knew I had, and I just wanted to show you that I did find it. This Dimensions, what is it called? Chickadees in Spring. I believe I had 2 copies of this at one time, and I think that I gave one away, if I'm not mistaken. But I knew that I still had one somewhere, and I did finally find it. As I was cleaning more of my closet, it was just, I don't know, stuck in an area it shouldn't have been, so that's why I didn't see it. So yes, I do have that one right there. It's beautiful. It comes with the Dove Gray Ada, and it has all those wonderful colors. So just wanted to show you that I do have that one. And that's not all. So the risk of uploading one of those videos is that there's never a point in time in which I'm done collecting Dimensions kits. There's always usually one on the way, or one that I'm looking for, and so there's just never really a good time to upload that video and say that that's my full collection, because since then I have already acquired, this was the one I already had and couldn't find, but I've acquired 3 more, and one of them is thanks to lots of people that reached out to me to tell me where I could find Summer Cottage, because I had said that that was my one of the ones that I had regretted buying when it was a reasonable price. So I do now own this one, I'm happy to say, and very excited about that. So yes, it was available in a lot of places, and I kind of knew that. I just wasn't sure I really wanted to pay a price for it, because hoping it would come in print. But yep, I decided I better just not wait for it to come down in price, because maybe over time it would get more expensive. So I do own Summer Cottage now. Very excited about that. And the artist is Fred Swan, and these are the gorgeous colors that come in this kit. This is not that old of a kit. It's kind of weird how sometimes they come into print and then they go out of print real quick, and other times they never go out of print. I never can find the year on these anymore, on these new ones. I won't waste your time looking for this, but I feel like this just isn't that old. But I do own it now, and very excited about that. And then I also came across this one that I've had my eye on for a long time. And then after I had done my kit parade, I realized that I don't have a lot of really Christmassy. I have a few, but I don't have a lot of winter Christmassy related dimensions kits. And so this is one that I've always thought about having in my collection, and I broke down and bought it. I feel like this is still very easy to get, widely available. And it is called Snowman and Reindeer. And the artist is Donna Race, and this is what it looks like with the colors. And it looks like it comes on white Aida. Is that a 14 count? Probably. Oh, 18 count. Oh yeah, that's right. I think the petites are 18 count. So yeah, there we go. Snowman and Reindeer. Last but not least is one I found on Mercari. Yeah, it's funny. The whole time I'm doing my kit parade, you know, I'm not stating the obvious that I'm talking about how much I love just sceneries and birds, but I never actually mention how much I love cabins. And apparently I have an obsession with cabins and cottages in the woods. And I have realized that now. So, okay, just admitting that. And I had to get this one, although this looks a lot like one I showed that has the little canoe in the front. It's escaping me the name of it right now. This one is one I did not have, and it's called Moonlit Cabin, and it's a bit older. Let me see if I can find what year. This is 2011, and it's a much simpler design than the one with the canoe, but yeah, I just love that reflection in the water and the way that the light is from the windows is shining on the snow. I just want to be in that cabin. And yeah, there's a little bit of almost an illusion of the Aurora Borealis in the back. So when you look at this, it's almost like it's a very miniature version of the much larger Aurora cabin. So this is definitely more doable. And when this came, so I got this on Mercari, I think I said that. And when it came, I opened it up. I was going to start it. Here's the back. It's on navy blue Aida, probably 18 count. Yep, there's the colors. And I just thought that's exactly what I want to stitch in December. And I'm going to do it. And then I came to my senses and said, Christine, you do know that you already have a work in progress called Winter Cabin that needs to be finished. Why don't you just work on that? That's what I told myself. So I have resisted opening and starting this one and have decided that I'm leaning heavily toward working on Winter Cabin in December, but I'm not going to guarantee it. I'm just going to pull it out and think about it and decide if if I want to work on my wreath or if I want to work on Winter Cabin. Let me go grab Winter Cabin and show you how far I've gotten on it and show you what I've done. Okay, I am actually pulling this out with you for the first time right now since I've done my WIP Parade. So let me do the zipper here and show you in case you haven't seen it. Ooh, don't look at my messy floss there. Yeah. This is Winter Cabin, okay? So that's Winter Cabin, and this is Moonlit Cabin. A lot of similarities, right? So I really have no business starting this one when I've got this one that I could be working on. So Let me turn over so you don't have to see all my mess. And let's just pull this out and see where I ended up with. This is in my cardinal bag. All right. All right. Here we are, right here. So I have ended this, looks like pretty much mid-thread right there on the cardinal. I last worked on this, I believe, in the end of 2019, possibly. I think end of 2019, and I went on a little bit I think into January of 2020, working on this. And so I did all of this in one shot. I would have thought that I was half done, but it doesn't look like I'm half done. It looks like I'm 1/3 done, I would say. So let's look at that together. So there's that, and then this is the picture. So yeah, I mean, the halfway point, as a matter of fact, I think the halfway point is right here where the crease is. So yes, you can tell that I still have all this done. I mean, I should at least get to the halfway point on this. Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely feeling it. So I will say that there's a tentative plan that I will work on this in December and at least try to get to the halfway point. Who knows? Maybe I'll be feeling it. The part about this kit, I think, that made me sort of stall is if anybody has ever stitched trees in Dimensions kits, the back stitching of all those little twigs can get very tedious. And I think because that's where I'm going to be getting to at the end of this project, it just feels very daunting. But I'm going to try to tell myself that, it doesn't have to be perfect. As long as there's twigs, they don't have to be in the exact right place, and I can kind of take a little bit more relaxed method at stitching those and not get all hung up on them being in the right and wrong spot. And the reason why I am telling myself that is because all I had to do in this was stitch this little bit of a tree right here, and it was 100% unenjoyable for some reason. I don't know why. I don't like doing all those little twigs. I get too caught up in making sure everyone is in the exact right spot, and it starts to really bug me. So when I was working on that, I was thinking, oh my gosh, Winter Cabin has so many trees. So, yep, okay. I'm going to probably wind this up, and just by saying, finish up a couple more things in my Dimensions Kit Parade. I've had a couple of people request to see my finished dimensions and all of my works in progress, in my Dimensions works in progress. And I may make another video that has those in it, but then again, I kind of already made a video. I mean, you can kind of see all my finishes and Dimensions kits and WIPs. What am I saying? You can kind of already see them because my works in progress, my Dimensions works in progress that I showed in my WIP Parade, which I will link that below as well. I think since that video, I have only completed one of them, and that was Majestic Eagle, or Eagle's Majesty. So the rest of those are still WIPs and have not been touched since that video. So it kind of seems a little bit redundant to film another video of my Dimensions WIPs when they haven't really changed since that video. And also, my previous Dimensions Kit Parade that I did a few years back, in that parade, I actually show my Dimensions works in progress that I had at the time, and also all of my Dimensions finishes. So I have finished a few since then. So yeah, I mean, it does warrant, I guess, a new video, kind of based on, I gave you the WIP, I gave you the Kit Parade. Now I can give you all of my finishes and all of my works in progresses in another video. So if that's of interest to you, go ahead and post below, and if there's enough interest in it, I'll really try to get that filmed. Can't say if it'll be in December, because it doesn't really fit into my chill approach to my channel and crafting, but it will happen. If it doesn't happen in December, it will happen next year if there's enough demand for it. All right, I think that was all that I had to say about that, and I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'd like to wish everybody a happy December, And I hope that you all get through the holidays with lots of family, friends, good food, some holiday cheer, and just some, overall relaxing time to prepare for 2024. All right. See you later. Bye for now.